Hello guys, I'm Julian. I'm from Mexico, but in this video I'm gonna show you some funny Korean, Tex-Mex, Mexican all fusion recipe. But before we start with that, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about me. I was born in Mexico. I lived in the US for about 5 to 6 years in Las Vegas. That's where I met Korean people and I fell in love with Korean food. That's when I got to know kimchi and doenjang and soju and a lot of things, right? Later I moved to Korea and I had to know about Korean food. And there I had a Mexican restaurant. I had it in Seoul for about 7 years, showing to Korean people what Mexican food is. Now I'm in Mexico and I'm doing Korean food in Mexico. So my Korean friends asked me to make videos like mixing all the cultures, and so you guys can do it at home, but an easy recipe and also delicious. I like to do it very fast, easy, and as less money that we can spend, the best. In this recipe, I'm gonna show you how to use kimchi with something that everybody knows, chile con carne, right? So we're gonna mix it. But before we move to the recipe, I'm gonna show you what you can find in the market about Korean food. You can find all of these kind of small presentations of kimchi or the bean paste, which is called samjang. There's another one called doenjang. Both of them are used in Korean food. One is for cooking, one is for when you eat samgyeopsal. You might know samgyeopsal, right? So you know the beef or pork that is grilled, and then later you make kind of like little tacos with lettuce and you put the samjang. That's what samjang is. Also you have the pepper paste. That's also for cooking, or you can also use it for other things. You also have kimchi. You can find it in fresh or in canned presentation. So I'm gonna show you how to use kimchi with something that you know. So I'm gonna move to show you the ingredients. Let's see. So for this recipe, we're gonna use our main ingredient, which is kimchi. This is what it is. It's cabbage. It's a Korean pickled cabbage. Chile con carne, what's gonna be kimchi con carne. This is our carne. Here's our ground beef. You can also do half and half of ground and pork. I'm using only beef right here. I'm gonna use tomatoes, onion, also tomato paste, and to make it a little bit more spicy, I'm gonna use gochujang. Gochujang is a pepper paste. We also gonna use soy sauce. This is Korean soy sauce. I'm using just a regular vegetable oil. And to season our beef a little bit, we're gonna use cumin and ground pepper. Also chile con carne, of course you're gonna need your nachos. Okay guys, so now we're gonna chop our kimchi, we're gonna chop our tomatoes and onions and make our beef. But before we do that, I'm gonna also show you one ingredient that we didn't have in our first showing. Beans. You can do it with Pinto beans, or you can buy like the other ones that they use for the chile con carne. You know, they're bigger, right? Here in Mexico we have the small one. First we're gonna go with our onion. I'm gonna use half onion. We don't need this part. Hold it with your hand like this, as you can do it, and chop it. Doesn't need to be perfect, just as long as small. This is good enough. So move it into our bowl. Now we're gonna do our tomatoes. So I'm gonna use for here about 6 small ones. So you can get maybe 1 or 2, the big ones, okay? So for the tomato, also we're gonna do it very thin. But don't chop it. We flip it and make it square. Put it aside, but don't mix it with your onion, because the onion we're gonna cook it first. Now we have our onion and tomato ready. Now we're gonna chop our kimchi. Remember I told you can get it fresh, or you can find it in can. Fresh, it might look like this. Remember, kimchi has like this red stuff. This is the pepper and other ingredients that it makes to make kimchi. Remember, kimchi is a preparation. You can also have kimchi with other ingredients, not necessarily with the cabbage. So this is how it looks. Now we're gonna chop it. Our kimchi, we're gonna make it like smallest as we can. It smells very good. Remember, we are using kimchi instead of other peppers. For chile con carne, you might use chipotle or other stuff. Now we're gonna add our beef. So just go ahead and put all of your beef. For the next ingredient, we're gonna add this. This is the pepper paste. In Korean, it's called gochujang. This is about 1/4 of this size. Also, we're gonna add a little bit of cumin and ground pepper. You can also use oregano, or you could use other things if you like. We're gonna use soy sauce instead of salt. So we add soy sauce. And we're gonna mix it. The mixture of the kimchi and the pepper paste and the soy sauce, you can immediately smell like the Korean food. Look at this. This is not onion. This is our kimchi. If you like kimchi, put more, and it's gonna taste even more delicious. We have our kimchi ready. So now we got our beef ready. So we're gonna move it to the fire, and then we're gonna finish everything up there. Okay. Let's begin in our the highest that you can your flame. Remember, at home the flame is kind of low. So let your fry pan get well warm, and we're gonna begin. Like all the recipes, we're gonna wait until our onion changes its color. I'm gonna show you as well, okay? So let's go. Wait until it's a little bit warm. We add our oil and also add onion. Remember to wait until the onion changes its color. It's very important. This in our Mexican cooking, in our Tex-Mex cooking, we do it that way. In Korean food, it's kind of like the opposite. They use it more raw, like raw onion and raw garlic, but we use it cooked. So remember, this is fusion recipe, so that's how we're gonna do it this way, okay? So wait until the onion gets brown, a little bit changes its color, and we're gonna go with the beef. This is ground beef, so these have to be very well done. Be careful to not undercook, and also don't overcook it because it's gonna get burned. But you have to make very sure that it's well cooked, okay? So let's see. Now we add the beef. Since I added the beef, the smell is already mixed. So you can smell the Korean food, you can smell Mexican food, Tex-Mex, you can smell everything now. That's because of the kimchi, and that's also because of the pepper paste. Like those two ingredients mixed with the cumin and the ground pepper, Like that fusion, it smells very delicious. So now the meat is gonna be like half cooked. That's when we're gonna add our tomatoes. Okay, so now we're gonna do it. Let's see. Also, we're gonna add our tomato paste. Right now, we added most of our ingredients. Now we have just the beans left. That's gonna be almost at the end. Right now, you're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure it's kind of boiling. We're gonna reduce the tomato paste, and also that's why we're gonna add our beans. Also, make sure it doesn't burn at the bottom. So if your flame is high, just make sure like you keep like stirring, or like lower your flame a little bit. Just make sure it doesn't burn. Now, try it. The beef might be already cooked, but try it. If you want more spicy, then you can add the pepper paste, or you want it more salty, then add the soy sauce. Now we're gonna add our beans, okay? So let's see how we're gonna do it. We added our beans, so we're just gonna let them heat a little bit with the beef. So now it's up to you. If you like it like kind of like watery, or you like it like a little bit more dry, that is up to you. I like it with a little bit like sauce, you know, like kind of with a lot of sauce. That's how I like it, because also we're gonna put it on top of our nachos. So that's gonna be very delicious. At the end, we're also gonna add a little bit of kimchi, just for decoration, and also I'm gonna explain to you some of the benefits of kimchi as well. So just let it rest for a little bit in low flame, or you can just turn it off as long as you want. And we're gonna move to our plating. So now we have our kimchi con carne ready. But before we finish, I'm gonna explain to you a little bit of the benefits of kimchi. You might just think it's just like another Korean ingredient, but no, it has a lot of benefits for your body. It makes your immunity system stronger because it's a fermented dish. So try to eat it a lot. That's why you might think, why Korean people they don't get sick a lot? Because of kimchi. And it's not a medicine, but you might think of it as a medicine. That's how good it is. So try it, it's also very delicious. If you don't like it fresh, you can cook it a little bit, or like we did it, kimchi con carne, right? Also, that's also very good and very funny. Get your scissors and cut it. And then you're gonna also put it on top of your kimchi con carne. You don't need knife, you don't need your cutting board. Just like in Korea, they get their scissors and cut this and just eat it. Just like this. Now we're gonna put it on top of our kimchi con carne. And this is how it looks. Should we try it? That's it. Look at this. We need kimchi in this one. strong. This is very good. You get both tastes of the kimchi. Get the fresh one and get the cooked one. It also tastes like kimchi. Well, it tastes like chile con carne. But I think the name is also gonna be so familiar to you. Kimchi con carne. This is very good. Please try it at home. All the ingredients you can find in the market. Remember to go to a Korean market or a supermarket. You can find kimchi in can or fresh. Also, you can find the pepper paste. You can find the soy sauce. You can find all of the ingredients to make this dish. So please make it at home. Please comment if you make it at home, and please comment if you like it or if you're not. This is very good. This is the first time that I tried this kind of taste. That was kind of surprising. So, thank you for watching. Please remember to buy your Korean ingredients. Eat them a lot. They are very healthy. And I'm gonna see you in another video. Thank you for watching.